homework. You got some candidates running. But we can do a little bit better than what we're doing. We're not getting the help from the corporate entities. They want to come and take this thing over. And then they want to gentrify the situation where everything goes sky high, and we can't let that happen.
We are doing it.
Thank you very much. Okay? All right. Yeah.
You know, I say this all the time. I appreciate the attendance at this council meeting, every council meeting that we have. But I still am saying to you guys that I would not want to be the ones that says 20 people made a decision for 17,000 residents.
Please, yes.
And you know, and I could go up and down everything that somebody said in here and defuse it, because everything that has been said in here is so vital to the residents of the city of East Cleveland. Even down to the chicken and the cats. And not being, I find nothing funny that went on in this room, and I still don't find anything comical that goes on in this room.
Chicken and the cats.
The chickens, there was a legislation written, it passed, it became law. The young lady came up here, everything was supposed to be taken care of, everything was supposed to follow the law. Legislation is, once it's passed, it becomes law. The cats on M, it's all right to have a few cats, but you can get overwhelmed with cat. Okay? I also would like to talk about the cars, the police cars. The police cars, there's 3 unmarked police cars that was bought. They're the only cars that is driven by employees of the city that is insured. That means the fire truck is not insured.
Nope.
It means every other car that someone is driving is not insured.
Driving dirty.
And that means that if anything happens, the city is responsible for either them or the person that might have been hurt. And I know you knew about the service department person that ran into the young man. And our service department person didn't have driver's license. And at that point, I, as the personnel and appointment committee chair, when I talked about my legislation, I asked for all the people that had driver's license and demanded that they be tested and they get driver's license or they will forfeit their job. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am not going on emotion. I go on facts and figures. And when we deal with facts and figures, you can't go wrong unless there's somebody obscure, or is that the right word, the numbers. And let's go on a little further. We say that the firemen and the policemen are crucial. Yes, they are. But why is it that the firemen and the union has to take the city on and sue them? They won. That money is coming out of here. They won. They had money owed to them before, and it was not given to them.
Nope.
I don't care who's sitting here, who's running for mayor, who's running for council. It doesn't matter to me. What you shoulda, woulda, coulda done before, you shoulda done it. But everybody got their own agenda of what they're gonna do and what should take place, AKA the dump. Sure, something happened and the man got gave up $125,000, but it wasn't just Mr. Riley, it was connected to the female also.
Christina Banya.
Okay? So when all that took place, I went up there, and of course I did have a meeting with
Yep. George Michael Riley, Sr.
him in the backyard. I have asthma, my eyes was running, my throat was burning. The people on that street, Mr. Morrow was having a fit, sitting right, got his name, Brandon,
Drummond.
Mr. Drummond is in his backyard. We looking over at that dump. Not too long ago, I asked the council, and they're still going to do it, but you have your attorney going to draw up the legislation. Yes, young lady, I think something should be done. If Cleveland Heights says, okay, we got to do something, in conjunction, it shouldn't have been Cleveland Heights, because we're closer to the dump than Cleveland Heights. The lady on Lakefront, she's in my ward. I talked to her. She did all she could do about the water, about the house, and everything else. And she come to me, I would talk, and I kept sending her back to the proper place. And let me tell you something else, ladies and gentlemen. These 5 council people up here is not responsible for this city and running this city. They're supposed to do the legislation, follow the rules, make sure that everything is kept up to par. We're not supposed to be running up and down the street chasing up ahead somebody. We're supposed to be up here knowing what we're doing, learning, getting more education after education so that we can make prudent decisions on how to protect the residents and keep them out of trouble and being harmed. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to, in the finance, we're supposed to be following the money.
Show me the money, baby.
And anytime we put in a budget, yes, the mayor said he didn't have to come before. He's proud of that.
Yes,
He didn't have to come. I'm telling you what he said.
that's what he said.
He didn't have to come before us. He did it as a courtesy and transparency.
It's his word.
Okay, I grant you all of that. But somewhere along, the ball was dropped. When we put in a budget and it says, okay, this is this and this is that, appropriations. But what we neglected to do was say this line item is specifically for this. So when he goes in there and he says, well, you all passed the budget, so I can just spend the money. And wait just 1 minute. I talked to the auditor the other day.